I've been with Point Blank in one form for 25 years. And I started when we had less than 300 employees, and it's grown to a worldwide global superpower in body armor. The one thing that Point Blank has always been very prideful about is the performance. I do a lot of field shoots where I take the vest out and the plates and I shoot them for individual customers, with their range, with their threats, and I have never had any doubts in the product. We have always maintained the level of performance if the level is here to pass, certification, we always want to add additional. So sometimes we might not be the lightest, the thinnest, or the cheapest, but I guarantee you, we will always be one of the best performing products on the market. And that's just an internal stance that we've always taken at Point Blank, and I'm proud to say that they've done a very good job with that. So earlier you were talking about the protests and the threats and the different things. So several years ago in America, when we were having so many protests for like the Black Lives Matter movement and whatnot, sadly we lost numerous officers down in Dallas due to a riot that turned violent, and multiple Dallas police officers were shot and killed. They were in regular patrol uniforms, and they were shot with rifles. We had talked about, we had supplied active shooter kits for police departments for years and years and years, and there'd been talk about building a trauma plate that would actually stop rifle rounds that was light and thin enough for police officers or firemen to wear all the time when they're in the public. But there was not a real drive, or we didn't see the drive or the need for it at that point. After the shooting in Dallas and those protests, we developed a product called the Omega Plate, where it was less than half an inch thick and under, or about a half a kilo, that a police officer could wear all the time. We figured if we could make the plate thin enough and light enough where it didn't hamper their everyday movements, then they could maybe wear that and move on, or wear it all the time. So our internal hard armor research and development team, along with myself, I was a big part of it. We came up with the Omega Plate, and it was just, like I said, a half an inch thick and very, very light. So, and we've seen a huge trend in Europe as well as in America that police officers, regular patrol vests, they're wearing outside of the uniform rather than concealed underneath their uniform. So all of our products, our external carriers will hold these plates in the numerous different sizes of these plates for the individual officer's shape and size. But we designed that, and that became probably our number one selling plate for the company for many, many years. And that was just due to the response for the riots and the ongoing threats. Now, as time moved on, the need for that same plate to be certified to the NIJ levels, we moved forward and did additional design and testing, and then had it certified, and we call it the Delta Plate. So it's actually certified because many agencies, if they're using federal funds, it has to be on that certification list. And so that's the new one, and that's the Delta Plate, and it is certified to NIJ with our high-end ballistic soft package together, right? And we've actually, this plate, the Omega Plate, Point Blank has probably saved at least 10 or 12 officers' lives with this plate. And one of the officers was actually a an immigrant from Germany that moved to Colorado and become a police officer in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and he was stabbed right in the front of the plate, and it saved his life. The most exciting things right now with Point Blank is our partnership with DuPont with their new XO product. In combination with the new NIJ 07 standard, which is now being tested through NIJ. We've already moved forward and submitted and passed all of the testing for a new HG2 package under the NIJ 07 in partnership with DuPont and their XO product. The Kevlar EXO and DuPont and Point Blank combined, we have a very nice, and you can feel it's very lightweight, it's flexible, and a very, very high performing package that I believe is going to save a lot of officers and soldiers' lives in the very near future. And as I said, we have this package. It's already passed all the testing. We are waiting for it to be added to the CPL. So I believe we'll be one of the very first with a package on the NIJ 07 approved list.
Hopefully it's gonna
Yep.
happen. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we're just waiting for this confirmation letter now. So one of the other things that I'm really excited about with the Kevlar EXO material and Point Blank, we have a lovely lady named Martha Johnson that works in our research and development team, and she's been in the industry, I believe, 26 years now. And Martha's just a sweet, sweet lady, but she is very dedicated to making sure that our female officers and soldiers are comfortable and have the best protection. And she's developed a new female shape that she calls multi-flex. And so that incorporates the bust of the female in the design of the vest. So it actually lays over the shape of the lady's bust, and it's very comfortable. Now, one of the problems with the design in the past, building a structured female vest, you would have to to build the cup, you would have to layer it. And Martha, and she patented that under the Point Blank name. She calls it a multi-flex, where she staggered the seams. So it's a very nice transition. And when you feel around it, it has the same weight and the same thickness as a male vest, and you don't feel that rigid seam across the bust line for the ladies. And I think that is going to be huge for the lady market.
Because even in since medieval times, and even before, if you think about it, female has been having problem with the armor because everything was designed for the male,
Yes.
for the man.
Yep.
But now that it's more recent times, more modern, also the body armor for female starts to improve a lot, and this proves that it's
Yep.
getting just better and better.
Absolutely. And we are seeing more and more ladies, as police officers and
Yes.
soldiers, and they're doing a great job, and they deserve the same protection that a man has. So
Yes, I think
yep.
the fact that it's becoming more accessible to keep yourself safe as a woman working in this domain
Yep.
makes the women want to join even more, because they know that by the time they're gonna be accepted into it, 5 years from now, everything is gonna be so much better than it already is now.
Yep.
Because everything just keeps improving, and maybe even next month things are gonna be so much higher quality than they are right now.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
never know. So
Yep.
the
So
promise of that makes them want to I can actually do this.
yep. So that's one of the things I'm probably most excited
Me too.
about that for our ladies is our new multi-flex design. So that'll actually give us 4 options to fit the individual lady, depending on her individual shape and size and curvature.